Sometimes life feels impossible. You look at your goals, your struggles, and it's like a mountain you can't climb. No matter how hard you try, it feels like the world is saying, no, you can't. And honestly, I've been there. I've said to myself, this is impossible. But here's the truth. Impossible is just a word. Every great invention, every success story, every dream that became reality started with someone who ref.
Welcome back to Be Positive. Today I want to open up about something we've all felt at some point. This heavy word, impossible. Think about it. How many times have you looked at a dream, a goal, or even just your daily struggles and thought, nope, this is impossible. I can't do it. Maybe it was passing an exam, starting a business, chasing a fitness goal, or even just finding happiness again after a tough phase in life. I know I've been there. There are days when I wake up and everything feels stacked against me. The mountain looks too high, the path looks too dark, and the word impossible feels like it's written in big bold letters right in front of me. And the more I focus on it, the heavier it gets. But here's something I realized. Impossible is just a perspective. It's not the truth. It's simply the story we tell ourselves when fear takes the wheel. Because if we really think about it, everything that exists today was once considered impossible. Flying in the sky? Impossible until the Wright brothers built the first airplane. Talking to someone across the world instantly? Impossible until the telephone, then the internet. Even lighting a dark room with the flick of a switch? Impossible once until electricity came into play. So the question is, why do we accept impossible so easily in our own lives? Why do we believe the word when deep down history has already proven again and again that impossible is temporary? The real challenge is not the mountain, it's our mindset. If you look at the mountain and say, it's impossible, you'll never take the first step. But if you look at it and say, maybe I can, let me try, something changes. The journey begins. I'm not saying positivity makes life easy. It doesn't. But positivity gives you the strength to see opportunities where others see obstacles. It allows you to turn impossible into I'm possible. Just that small shift in how you read the word can completely change how you live your life. So next time you feel like giving up, remember, impossible isn't permanent. It's just waiting for you to prove it wrong. And here's a little thought I want to leave you with. What if the thing you're calling impossible today is the very thing your future self is going to thank you for trying? Think about it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Be Positive. Today I want to talk about one of the strongest, scariest words in our lives, impossible. Now, when people hear that word, most stop right there. They freeze. They say, nope, that's too big for me. But let me ask you, what if impossible is just a signal that you're about to do something extraordinary? Think about this. Every single achievement that shaped our world was once called impossible. People said humans could never explore space, and then we walked on the moon. They said you couldn't carry thousands of songs in your pocket, and then the iPod arrived. Even running a 4-minute mile was considered humanly impossible, until Roger Bannister broke it. And here's the best part. Once he did it, suddenly hundreds of others could too. That tells us something powerful. Impossible is only impossible until someone decides otherwise. Here's where positivity comes in. When life throws a challenge at you, you have two choices. You can label it impossible and walk away, or you can choose to believe that maybe, just maybe, there's a way. Positivity doesn't erase the struggle, but it changes the lens you see it through. It says, okay, this is tough, but let's find a path forward. And here's the truth. Positivity is contagious. When you decide to see possibility instead of impossibility, the people around you begin to believe too. Your energy inspires others to climb their own mountains. Let me give you a thought. The word impossible itself hides a secret. Look closely. It says, I'm possible. That's not just clever wordplay. It's a reminder. Every challenge you face is actually whispering to you, I'm possible. Try me. Prove me wrong. So the next time you're up against something that feels too big, too heavy, too far away, pause. Take a breath. And instead of asking, can I do this? Ask, how can I do this? That one shift in question turns a wall into a doorway. And remember, positivity isn't about pretending life is perfect. It's about believing that even in the toughest moments, there's a way forward. And that belief, that hope, is what turns dreams into reality. So, the next time you hear the word impossible, smile at it. Because it just might be the starting point of your greatest story. I'll leave you with this thought. If impossible is only an opinion, then why not let your story be the proof that the world was wrong? And in our next episode, we're going to explore how to take that mindset and use it to turn your biggest failures into your biggest comebacks. Trust me, you don't want to miss this.